Hey everybody, today we're going to be talking about articulations. Articulations are just symbols in music that tell us exactly how we should perform particular notes. And just like a lot of other terms in music, these are usually Italian words associated with symbols that help us know what to do on any particular note. So the first one we'll talk about is staccato. Staccato means to play or sing short and detached, and it's indicated by a little dot above or below the note. So if I were going to play a scale in a staccato fashion, it would sound like this. An accent symbol means to make the note louder than the surrounding notes, and it's indicated by this little greater than sign that can appear above or below the note. So an example of an accent, if I were to play it every other note on a scale, would sound like this. A sforzando is indicated by the abbreviation SFZ that can appear above or below a note, and it's a lot like an accent. It means with force or emphasis, but it's a little bit stronger typically than the accent. So if I were going to alternate with using accents and sforzandos, it would sound something like this. Really subtle difference, but the sforzando has just a little bit more emphasis and force behind it. A tenuto symbol means to hold and lean into a note for its full value, and it's indicated by this little line that can appear above or below a note. It literally means held, and it implies a little bit of stress that is less like volume and more just like leaning into the note. So if I were to play a tenuto every other note, it would sound something like this. It's got just a little bit more length to it. It's not any longer than its value should be, but we're just really milking that entire value, so to speak. In contrast to the tenuto, which means to hold a note for its full value, a fermata means to hold a note longer than its full value. The symbol for a fermata is this little dot with a curvy line either below or above it. And typically this is going to require an orchestra or choir to watch the conductor for an indication on when to move on after this note. For example, I might play a scale and stop on the fifth note. Hold a fermata here until the conductor says, go on. So here's an example of a short piece of music with a number of different articulation markings on them. We've got tenutos at the beginning here, we've got some staccatos here, an accent, a sforzando, and a fermata followed by an accent here. Let's listen to the difference between how all these notes are played based on their articulation markings. So those are many of the articulations that you will encounter in music. There are several others, but these are probably some of the most common.